Everybody sing praise, 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 praise for the journey of awakening. Everybody sing praise, 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 praise for the journey of awakening. I'm on a journey of awakening to the presence of God within me, expressing peace, joy, love, and harmony on this journey of awakening. Everybody sing praise, 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 praise for the journey of awakening. Everybody sing praise, 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 praise for the journey of awakening. Praise for the journey of awakening. Hey. Thank you. Well, hi, my name is Heather O'Day. I'm the music director here of the Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living in Amado, Arizona. We have a lot of people to get through today. Today is Practitioner Sunday, so without further ado, I'm going to call up our trustee for today, Marianne Akers.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
You know, I just love to see you all out here. I really do. It's like Good Morning America, only I get to see you. So, not the salary, but the view is just wonderful. Okay. Okay? Okay. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, my name is Marianne. On behalf of Reverend Donna Maurer and the Board of Trustees, I am privileged to welcome you to the Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living. Whoever you are, and wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are truly, truly welcome here. You will be validated, supported, and encouraged to be all that you're meant to be. Our vision statement is love in action. Every day and every way, we express this love by learning and living the principles of science of mind. You'll find our declaration of principles on the back of the program, right here. And please join me in reading them. I believe there is an infinite intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe this infinite intelligent power is only good. I believe this intelligence expresses as me. I believe through my conscious use of this power, I create my life, and so it is. Whoa!
Skip the line.
I'm glad you've all got this down. Thank you. If this is your first time here, it's not always so spacey. It's just right today. We especially welcome you and thank you for your interest and curiosity. Do we have any first-time people here? Nope. I'm glad we have so many regular people here. I would like to thank those who are assisting to make this morning possible. Our practitioners. We're going to have a bevy of practitioners. The biggest hearts on the planet are going to be speaking to you today. Some of the biggest hearts on the planet. The crutches, who always help set things up. Anybody I've forgotten? I'm sorry.
Gray.
Gray? Sorry. Gray is the sound guy.
Susan. And the video guy.
And the video guy. Sound guy, video guy. Holy mackerel. Susan. Chairperson. Heather. Literally chairperson. Heather, our music everything. Now, did I get it?
Quiet. Just thank you, everybody, okay? Thank you, everybody. We're wonderful.
You are wonderful. Yes.
I brought some fresh oranges today.
Yay!
They're on the table. There's bags, and I'll bring more next week, and grapefruit. But please take them all because I have more than I can use.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And I would like to thank Spirit for this beautiful weather while my sister's back in Indiana with 10 inches of snow.
Yeah, so it's this coming Thursday on Zoom from 2 to 4. And there's still plenty of spaces left. We have our wonderful Marianne who has signed up, and our amazing Heather who is going for her practitioner studies. And so yeah, you can still sign up today. The sign-up sheet's right over there. The way to register for that is go to the events page on our website. Just enter your information and I'll get the email and I will get back to you as far as the details and the donation and all of that great stuff. So come on, join us, and let's have a great 8 weeks together. Namaste.
I'm so excited for this class. I need a refresher. I really need a refresher. All right. Okay, wait. But wait. Okay, please take a moment to silence your cell phones and other devices, tubas, anything you might have, and prepare for our celebration service today. Thank you for your tolerance and for being here. I'm just so happy you're here.
Yay, Mary Ann.
Thank you, Marianne, for jumping in last minute and doing all the announcements and being our trustee today. Thank you so much. Give her another hand. That's hard to do. It takes a lot of courage to come up here and give all those announcements like that. I'm dropping down to the truth of who I am. I'm dropping down, surrendering in love. I'm dropping down to the truth of who I am. I'm dropping down, surrendering in love. I'm dropping down to the truth of who I am. I'm dropping down, surrendering in love, surrendering in love, surrendering in love.
Good morning, all you little sweethearts. So nice to be here on such a beautiful day. I thought I'd do something a little different this morning in our invocation time. I recently received or got a book called Dear God, Honest Prayers to a God Who Listens. So bear with me, and I'm going to read a couple and just see if they resonate with you. Dear God, I just thought about the verse that goes something like, "You formed me in my mother's womb." Is that poetry or fact? It seems self-indulgent to imagine you both created the Milky Way and decided the length of my toenails. But I love the idea. If you were that close to the project that is me, as focused and intentional as Michelangelo sculpting the Pieta, maybe I could stop being so critical of every blemish and hair. I love thinking that you not only picked the exact shade of my skin from one cosmic paint strip, but also selected the pitch and cadence of my laugh and created the exact recipe for my smile. I can't hate myself if you did this. Yours, me. Dear God, my plan is to hide within your heart for life. I know that whatever happens, whatever spring arrives or dawn breaks, nothing will calm my spirit like yours. My soul finds rest only in your presence, and my healing begins only in your living waters. Whatever happens or joy I taste in this world, nothing can or has come close to the precious moments I've spent in silence with you. I've heard your voice, and it lives, echoing within the chambers of my consciousness. I crave more and feel heaven in my midst when I pray. Stay close to me. Reveal your secrets and keep me as a child and friend. Stay near is all I ask. Love me. Thank you.
In every one of us, there is a light that shines in every one of us. That light is God, that light is love, that light is spirit. That light is God, that light is love, that light is spirit.
Good morning. My name is Louise, and Practitioner Sunday, we are continuing with the theme of awakening, and mine is Imagine Enlightenment, my talk today, and it's from a book by Ellen Grace O'Brien called The Jewel of Abundance. How many people do you know who would say they are seeking enlightenment? I would guess none. Those who are close enough to it know better than to say they seek it, and those who are further away tend to see it as a goal only for a select few. Perhaps we can name many who would say they are seeking spiritual awakening. That sounds somehow more attainable. But what about enlightenment? Can we imagine it? Imagine it for ourselves. How about a world where people are spiritually awake? That is really what enlightenment is, being spiritually awake, realizing what is, having true knowledge of higher realities, knowing ourself and knowing the world for what it is, one omnipresent, ultimate reality, one supreme consciousness, beyond, within, through, and as everyone and as everything, one. Realizing oneness, nothing less than wholeness, is our greatest prosperity. It is the source of true fulfillment that opens the inner door to infinite resources and the highest happiness. Yet in our search for abundance, enlightenment is often the last thing we genuinely look for. Perhaps that is understandable for many reasons, not the least of which is that we can't see how being enlightened will put food on the table or pay bills. Even if it did, it is not something most of us have considered attainable anyway. So off we go, looking for wealth, happiness, and security in things and circumstances that can only be temporary. However, we are wired for enlightenment, and that is a juncture in life when the search for enlightenment begins. As emanations of supreme consciousness, we are already enlightened at the core of our being. Because we are, we naturally yearn to realize the truth of our being. A time comes when we start looking for something we have all had hints of, something that money can't buy, something that won't come and go, something that won't disappoint, something that has been with us all along. So bear with me when I say this name. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad tells a story of coming to this juncture. Sage Yajnavalkya is ready to retire to the forest, ready to simplify his life and focus on spiritual knowledge. He informs his wife Maitreyi of his plan, assuring her that he will leave his wealth for her and his other wife, Katyayana, so they will have no worries for their well-being. When I read this ancient text, I feel how crucial this moment is. I imagine Maitreya facing him, standing tall, with her hands on her hips, looking him straight in the eye with a soul-piercing gaze that many husbands would recognize. Her reply is strong and it resonates through the ages. She says, "If I were to have the wealth of all the earth, would that make me immortal?" "No," he says, "it would just make you rich. Like any other rich person, you would have plenty of things, but you wouldn't be immortal. You would live and you would die like a rich person." "Well then," she says, "what good would it ultimately do me? Tell me about what you know about the way to immortality, the way to ultimate freedom." Seeing through the temporary nature of material things, she wants to know about spiritual enlightenment. And she asks, how do I get that? Yajnavalkya tells her that the root of all we truly love and desire is in fact the joyous, the boundless, divine self. What we are really looking for is indeed within us, even wealth. He says, a wife loves her husband not for his own sake, because the God self lives in him. A husband loves his wife not for her own sake, but because the God self lives in her. Wealth is loved not for its own sake, but because the God self lives in it. The universe is loved not for its own sake, but because the God self lives in it. The answer to her question about the way to immortality, it's right here within each one of us. Namaste.
Changes in the air, just breathe it in.
stronger than it's ever been. Like a bud afraid to open, it hurts you less to bloom. So you take a leap of faith and emerge from the womb. Oh, you've been asleep for longer than you care to admit. When there's so much light, it blows the dark apart. So wake into peace, wake into love, wake into joy, something from above. Wake into peace, wake into love, wake into joy, something from above. Awake into peace, awake into love, awake into joy, something from above. Wake into peace, wake into peace, awake into peace.
She just makes that stuff up, you know? It's pretty cool. I figured out something, a good thing about social distancing. I spend less money on deodorant. Okay. I don't know how many of you know, but Heather is our new webmaster. And on our website now is an actual prayer request form. And I think you can get to it by clicking on the tab for
You can click either the prayer ministry tab
prayer ministry tab,
or contact us.
contact us tab. And there's a whole form there so you can fill out and make your prayer requests that way. Welcome home. I was happy that Reverend Donna chose Awakening for the theme of the month. I knew it was going to be Practitioner Sunday, and I thought this would be a great place for us to share from. Eric Butterworth quoted, "Where you are in consciousness has everything to do with what you see and experience." I believe that's true. Have you ever reread a book and found brand new ideas and concepts within the same pages you read before? This has happened more than once with me while reading Ernest Holmes. His wisdom seems to be more profound each year I journey around the earth. Ha ha ha. Same words, different comprehension, which must be based on my level of consciousness. I recently joined a book study on frequency, the power of personal vibration. The author gives details how we can locate our personal home frequency, guiding us toward up-leveling. Remember the spiral? I appreciate the idea I might be able to locate where I am today compared to where I came from, survival mode, and a vision, a frame of reference of where I might move into, thriving mode. I approach these new ideas with openness, finding a new awareness, a new perspective. What's that saying? It's like if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. In the frequency book, Penny Pierce gives examples of developing an awareness of attributes of frequencies that you might choose to move away from the lower ones and, of course, be within the vibration of harmony on a more consistent basis. Just knowing that there are definite variable levels of consciousness creates a goal to aim towards. One description of home frequency is the most perfect state of you. It's a psychic, mental, physical state of homeostasis, which is to say that within the home frequency, we have everything we need to thrive. I also like that the result of relationships, family, and group experiences are revolutionized. It also becomes easier to let go and relax into your truest self. Every consciousness study addresses the need to become aware of your feeling habits. I think realizing that some of our discomforts are unconscious habits shines the light in the dark corners so we can see the shadows. At this stage of life, shadows are not very helpful. Most of us have done some work in that area. It's beneficial to let go of things that hurt you more than help you. And of course, it's easier when you can see them. Becoming familiar with your home frequency is to know a place where you feel fantastic and love yourself and life so much you might wonder how you ever lived any other way. The ideas and answers that come out of your home frequency are always just right and further your soul's expression. It is our natural state of miracles and manifestations. And it's somewhat shocking, really, that it could be possible to lose your home frequency amidst the hubbub of life, but we routinely do. Sometimes your home frequency asserts itself spontaneously, but more often you need to seek it, invite it in, and merge with it. Learning to find, relax into, and share your home frequency is the key to transforming your life and entering the intuition age. This process is not always comfortable. At times, growth spurts become a state of confusion, all awkward and off balance as your new reality becomes. It breaks through into your new awareness, shedding old feeling habits. This can become a malfunctioning stage where we might have to let go of old ways of thinking and being. It's important not to backtrack into the old fight or flight reactions. It's time to discover who you really are and what you can do. The magical turning point in the transformation process happens when you stop paying attention to your old world with all its hectic busyness and clutter and shift your full attention to how your soul might recreate everything. Letting go is simply about a return to being. When done right, it's about centering. I was happy to hear that letting go is not about sacrifice or denial. It's about being. It's a shift from an assertive focus on actions and results to a softer focus into an intuitive state where you will be with and appreciate what's in the moment with you. It's about moving from noise into silence. When done right, letting go leads you to your home frequency. So we are on a journey into the intuition age. Reverend Donna referred to this several times in the last month as she explored awakening. In this stage, solutions become revelations of a fuller way of being. We may see a path of action so perfect that our thoughts alone could not have discovered it. Time to let go and move, allowing the flow into higher levels of consciousness. Some motivations that work for me are: 1, knowing that what benefits me benefits all of us, because we are all included in that which is. And 2, knowing that simple kindness to oneself and all that lives is the most powerful transforming force of all. The truth is everywhere, all around us. Simply letting go of the resistance displaces the faults and allows the essence of healing of all things to take place. I am slowly getting to know greater potentials. As I let go of old patterns, I discover new possibilities. Back to Butterworth's quote, "Where you are in consciousness has everything to do with what you see and experience." I am seeing life from a whole new level, a whole new perspective. Remember the spiral? And getting to know my home frequency allows me to decide when to explore or support different probabilities. I am experiencing increased joy and acceptance of others. The more my vibrations match my home frequency, the more it becomes the main reference, the place where I am comfortable. Welcome home takes on a whole new meaning now. Namaste.
Sorry, this one takes a little bit of setup here, doesn't it?
Come wherever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of living, and come whoever you are. This isn't a caravan of despair. Come whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of living, and come whoever you are. This isn't a caravan of despair, and it doesn't matter if you've broken your vows 1,000 times before, and yet again. Come again, come again, come. Come again, come, and yet again. Come again, come again, come.
Good morning. Today I'm going to tell you a story. It's a story about a difficult winter not so long ago. And for me it was an awakening because I realized that I'm not the only one who's enduring. Can't hear?
Put that microphone, talk into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that better? Okay. I found this story in the Port Angeles, Washington Leader. And Port Angeles is a coastal town in the northwest part of the United States. And it's about a time 79 years ago when residents were encouraged to stay home. Large gatherings were forbidden. Travel, especially at night, was difficult or impossible. Sound familiar? It was the winter of 1941 and 42. In early December, a foreign power shocked the world by attacking American soil, dropping a barrage of bombs on the naval base at Pearl Harbor. Hawaii, killing more than 2,000 and decimating our defenses in the Pacific. The attack left the United States feeling devastated, crippled, and naked, especially along the West Coast. Even level-headed people anticipated further air raids, perhaps on Seattle, perhaps on the peninsula. The primary defense that winter was the blackout. Back then, attacking aircraft relied heavily on visual landmarks to find their targets. Citizens of these coastal towns couldn't hide in the daytime, but nighttime raids were more likely. And at night, if they all worked together, it could go dark. So they did. They worked together. And a mandate went out. Blackouts must be absolutely complete. Not a single industrial, business, residence, or automobile light, in fact, no light whatsoever, will be permitted during blackout hours. There can be no excuse. Anyone seeing a violation shall immediately call the police. Radio and newspapers were prohibited from giving weather forecasts. Extended use of the telephone was strongly discouraged. Schools held evacuation drills, emptying entire buildings in less than a minute. Students carried their coats with them all day from classroom to classroom, just in case. Big holiday celebrations were canceled because they could be problematic during a bombing raid. A packed dance hall couldn't easily black out, and long strings of cars could slow critical military traffic. Even small gatherings had worrisome protocols. Guests would knock on their host's door and then wait as the host turned off all his interior lights before opening the door to let them in. And throughout the winter, sirens signaled blackouts. Each siren could mean another precautionary drill or an imminent air raid. There might be no way of knowing which was which until the bombs did or didn't fall. What got Port Townsend through these dark days? Patience and perseverance. As spring gradually dawned, they had more information and more time to respond. The attackers' reach was limited after all. The military had fully awakened. And so by the following winter, while the United States was still at war and making many sacrifices, blackouts were no longer called for, and the fears of imminent air attack had faded. So now we endure our own season of uncertainty. 79 years ago, citizens were asked to mask their homes and automobile headlights. Now it is our faces, but the dynamics are the same. We rely on each other individually to help and protect us all collectively. Tricky stuff, but we've done it before, and it was done successfully. Eventually, our growing body of experience and knowledge turns the tide, whether that takes the form of military maneuvers or developing vaccines. Yes, we can all work together to defeat an unwelcome invader. We've done it before. And after all, we are all one. From Pearl Harbor to the surrender of Japan, it took 1,353 days. In this battle, we'll be declaring victory in less than a third of that time. Namaste.
Think about it. There must be a higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart and I'll look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. could be. Oh, 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 bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. It's that higher love that I'm thinking of. Where words are turning, we're just hanging on, facing the fear and standing there alone. Yearning, yeah, and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk the line and try to see, willing behind to what could be. Hey, yeah, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. What's that higher love I keep thinking of? Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. It's that higher love I keep thinking of.
So thank you so much, Louise and Melinda and Heather, and Karen and Heather, of course, for your beautiful music. Thank you all so much.
And thank you.
It's made this Sunday very special. So now it's time for our offering. And if you would join me now in reading our affirmation. My gift goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless all that it touches. It is evidence of my conviction. God is the source and substance of my supply. I share generously of my good, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is. So let's take a breath as we say thank you for this beautiful, beautiful day, for this wonderful place, for this dappled cathedral that we are all loving and enjoying. So for each of us, let's feel the caress of the divine wrapping itself around each one of us as we prepare to go forth to celebrate another week and to be thankful for the limitless blessings that we all enjoy. So we say thank you again for this place, for this music, for these wonderful speakers, as we say together, and so it is. Bless you all. Have a good week.